Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome to the 10th line. It's a platformer, side-scrolly RPG made by Sungazer Software. I don't think they've ever made anything before this, or at least, I don't recognize the name. I saw some Steam reviews for this, and it actually looked pretty, well-reviewed. And, normally I don't pick up indie RPGs because they tend to be a little bit, hit and miss. But this one had a really unique style and a really unique, really unique looking gameplay and great reviews. So I figured, let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes. And of course I got Shell with me here to do all the voices of the female characters.
Woo!
Okay, so we want to do gamepad letters. Okay, full experience normal.
I was just excited by the art and then also just the variety of characters. You don't see many games with tons of races and such. And I mean, many of these are anthropomorphic animal creatures like dragon?
Yeah.
Fox.
I don't know. Seemed like it'd be interesting. So let's do the full experience normal, because apparently there's post-game challenges, but I don't really care about that. But if story mode doesn't require, leveling or, character customization, then I have no interest.
Which means that there probably is a lot of story to this, then. Sungazer, what was it?
Software.
Oh, okay. The 10th line.
I love the background art. It's interesting. They've got, pixel characters, but really nicely painted backgrounds.
Whoop.
So, Chapter 1, the 5th line. And then it freezes.
Oh, okay. She's all right. I think I lost him. Yeah, that's right. Let's see you get through that. Hunting hounds? Guess I won't be sticking around here. Oh, so she's being pursued. The jump animations?
The animations are not exactly the greatest. Her running animation is weird.
Huh, sort of like a ancient wizard
dragon
guy?
It's getting late. Perhaps 'tis time to give up on this latest venture. Hey, just give me a sec. I know there's food in one of these things. We don't just run into a gold mine like this every day, you know? Then it will still be here tomorrow. We need to find shelter for the night. Rick, someone in Shivbury owes me a favor, so perhaps he will accommodate us. Is there going to be food involved too? Perhaps. Someone approaches. A human. Oh, yeah!
Ah! You're a...
You should get to safety. Bandits come out when night falls. That goes for your friend there as well.
Yes, of course. Friend?
You're a slippery one, girl. Well, say goodbye to your playmates. It's time we go back.
You two, stop him.
This ain't got nothing to do with us.
That's an order, beast man.
Order? What do you think you are, royalty?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Getting tired of you running your mouth. You monsters, stay out of this. Monsters? Oh, you've really gone and done it now.
Spinny mood.
Wait,
oh, so they do have some voice animations for the fight.
I might turn it off just because it's super quiet. I don't know. Okay, new tutorial, battle basics. Goal of battle is simple, defeat all foes before they can do the same to you. This tutorial will guide you through the command, attack, and defend phases. Okay, so first choose the fight command for this character. Okay, you'll get a list of skills for this character can use, skills that are ready if you have enough SP. The skill has no cooldown, and the skill isn't being blocked by a status effect. Will appear face up on your list of cards. Let's choose the first skill, Fencing Thrust. It's already selected for you. Press confirm to use the skill. Now you can choose a target. Use up and down to move the target pointer. Characters can alternate attacks on a foe to juggle them in the air and deal critical hits. Gang up on tougher foes to dispatch them quickly.
Are you sure this isn't her talking to you? Her character portrait's next to the tutorial.
I'm just going to read this quick, Shell.
Okay.
It's a tutorial, not dialogue.
Aww.
After you've chosen a target, press confirm button to continue. Okay, so now you'll do the same for the next character. Choose to fight and choose a skill and target. Yeah, it only had her portrait because we were
using her. All right.
Okay.
And you also have targeted shots for ranged.
Yeah, Quiver 3 launch hit. Oh, I see. There's like certain amounts of so guard break launch, but maybe does multiple shots. Oh, I see. It's a ranged attack versus direct. I think it's this guy. Now that your commands are chosen, press the confirm button on the attack face. Okay, these button prompts represent your remaining attacks left for each character. Press the buttons and start attacking. So 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
But you were still targeting the
Same guy, yeah. You don't alternate
could've...
targets, but that's how you juggle. So if you do A B A B A B A B A B, I'd be able to like juggle the guy really hard, maybe. After you attack, any remaining foes will counterattack. This is called the defend phase. Press the confirm button to continue. Like before, characters who can defend will have button prompts near their HP bars. The hinder status prevents them from defending. Be cautious. Enemies in the front 2 columns can attack directly. Enemies farther away can only use ranged attacks, if they can. Use this knowledge to reduce the number of attacks the enemy party gets. Press the character's action button before an enemy attack connects, and you will dodge or defend against it. You can only get 1 defensive action per turn, so make it count. Press the confirm to try it for yourself.
They do a pittance of damage, but that's because this is the tutorial anyway.
I think I also blocked, maybe? Anyway, once all enemies have attacked, the command phase begins again. Some of your characters regain some SP. Press the confirm to continue. Momentum is awarded for performing well in battle, hitting hard, defeating foes, and defending. Momentum grants your characters more SP on the next turn, meaning more powerful attacks are available. Confirm to continue. Each character has a super attack that requires a full SP bar. These attacks are powerful and will decimate your foes, so build lots of momentum to generate enough SP to do it. There are lots of... Those are the basics of battle. Go ahead and finish off any remaining foes and win the battle and return to the main game. Okay, so we have...
Ooh, a crescent strike.
Yeah, so
but that would take up all your spell.
It would take up all of my SP. I'm just trying to look. So there's Fury...
But that also heals.
Forgive, there's a lot of stuff. Well, she's not terribly injured. Oh, I see. It's on the cooldown.
Yep. Make sure that you attack the other guy with a different foe with him. I want to see if you can take them out in one fell swoop.
Okay.
Or will that prevent the juggling? No? See? Haha.
Okay. I'm digging this.
Okay, so it sounds like she has a little bit snootier voice. Just sort of keep it high.
Whoa, these guys are serious. I'm getting out of here. Stand aside. This does not concern you. Black Draco Mage or not. You are disrupting affairs outside of your ability to handle. Not until I understand the situation. Now, explain yourself, or leave us.
Ooh, is this how you learn magic?
Guess so. Alright, super defenses. Each character has a super defense that they can use to protect the party from certain kinds of attacks. We'll try out the Black Draco Mage's super defense now, seeing as he's already here. A character's super defense can be... Oh, God. Can be used instead of a normal defense skill. After being used, it has to cool down for 3 turns. When it's available again, there will be a small star here by the character's SP bar. Okay, I actually have to reread that, because I read it out loud, but I don't process the information. Okay. The enemy will use ice magic to attack. The Black Draco Mage can absorb most magical attacks with his super defense, shielding your party from them. Absorbing magic also restores his SP and grants him more affinity of that magic's element.
Well, look at the right. Is that sort of like...
That's the affinity bar.
So that's fire, frost, light, and nature or something?
Probably, yeah. Okay, so to trigger a super defense... Just press the special skill button, shown below, and the character's action button at the same time. It will also show up by the HP bar as a prompt if you forget the combination. Note that only one character's super defense can be used per turn. Press the combination below, so right trigger and X. Okay, now it's your turn. Your ice affinity has increased, as shown by the bar here, so you should use Black Pulse skill to return the favor. Those are the basics of super defenses. You can find more information about each character's defensive skills on the training screen. For now, finish off this foe and win the battle. Yeah, gotcha. Alright, so we've got Black Pulse.
Attack!
All too easy.
Okay. Now, would you be so kind as to tell us what is happening here?
Humph. Impressive trick, Beastman.
Don't change the subject. You said you're royalty. Start with that.
Correct, Beastman. I am the sole heiress to the throne of my nation. You may address me as Your Highness for the time being.
Princess, I see. You must be one of King Ormus's wayward offspring.
Oramus? He's not my father. My father is the king of Easania.
Where's that?
You've never heard of it? Surely you know of our bountiful contributions then. Easanian wine, Easanian wheat, Easanian honey, jewel craft, glasswork?
Okay, but where is it?
I did not wish to admit it, but I do not know where I am now, so I cannot say for certain how far away it is.
So you're lost. How'd you end up in the tangle then?
It was that cult. Those robed men. They took me in the night, from my home, from my father. He must be devastated. I escaped from them yesterday. They are preparing to take me someplace for some terrible ritual. They said I was to be a sacrifice. Me, a princess of such wealth and standing, a mere pawn to serve some manner of dark god?
That sounds like quite an ordeal, my dear. Perhaps you should seek counsel with the local court in the humans' capital city. They should be able to arrange transport home.
I don't know. Every castle town has no doubt been on high alert since the death of King Ormus. And with alliances as they are, what if I am turned away? Easania is a wealthy nation, but tiny. Its influence only extends so far. And with that cult prowling every street to find me, no, I cannot risk it. I cannot risk being taken again.
A princess, huh? I've read about those before. Knights and riches and kings and horses and magic powers. Never thought I'd meet one for real. You don't look like what I was thinking, though. What are you wearing? Where's your crown? And that stick with the big jewel on the end?
All taken from me. They put me in this hideous dress as part of the ceremony. I stole a sword in a moment of brilliance and used it to aid in my escape into the wilds.
You do appear to be an accomplished sword fighter.
Of course, Beastman. All royalty is proficient in the art of fencing. 'Tis the sport of kings, after all.
Hey, princess. Enough of the B word. I'm Rick, and this is my little brother Tox. Well, he's a Dracon, so his real name is something else, but we do still got names, you know?
Very well, Rick. You may address me as Your Highness, or, if I'm in a bad mood, Your Royal Highness. That is all you need to know.
It is a pleasure to meet you, my dear.
That goes for you as well, Dracon.
My dear, we are beast folk. We swear no fealty to any human rulers, especially one so far from their own sphere of influence. Uh-oh, you got Tox busting out the big words.
It's true, isn't it? I suppose my royal standing means little this far from home. Well, I thank you for your stopping those men from pursuing me.
And I thank you for the clarification. There is a human village not far from here where you may seek shelter for the night. Best of luck. Come, Rick. We've got a warm basement awaiting our arrival. Give a sec. Princess? What are you doing? You're gonna ruin everything. Come again? Tox, look, she's royalty. Think about it for a second. Think what she'll do for us if we get her home in one piece. Oh, sorry, go on. Huh, were you even listening? We'd be heroes. Food, day or night. No more sleeping in the dirt. A bath for me, a toothbrush for you. We've been living the life, Tox. The one that Mom and Dad always wanted for us. You've been reading too many stories. Just let me try, please. Very well, indulge thyself. So, Princess, you say your father is worried about you, huh?
Yes, of course. Many a sleepless night has plagued him, I'm certain.
Uh-huh. Your father, the king of Easania?
Naturally.
Would he be the type to offer some sort of reward if some person or beast was able to get you back safely?
I am certain that such a man, no matter how hairy, would be showered in riches and glory beyond his wildest dreams in such a case.
I see. Well, then allow us, to make a proposal. Me and Tox will escort you home, into your father's no doubt loving arms, and in return...
You both take all the glory and credit for my rescue and safe return, is that correct?
Something like that, yeah!
Very well. I accept your proposal. Protect me from that cult and deliver me back to my father, the king's arms, and I'll see to it that you both are handsomely rewarded.
Might I just suggest that we take the low road out of the tangle? It'll lead us straight into the outskirts of Shivbury. Any pursuers will likely be stymied by the brambles, giving us ample time to get ahead. Alright, after you, princess.
Such a gentleman. But first, I believe I should get acquainted with the skills you have to offer me, Rick.
Well, I'm pretty good with the throwing knife, and Tox taught me how to light him up with some magic. It's a bit unpredictable, though. Other than that, if you see something out of reach, I'm your kobold. I got a pretty keen throwing arm, you know? I can probably knock it loose with a rock or something.
He's a kobold?
Yeah, why not?
I thought kobolds were reptilian, though I have seen them as...
They have been fuzzy in the past. They've been little dogmen. It varies. As a Dracon, my magical potential is based within my breath. However, I can freely change the affinity of my breath based on what I've eaten recently.
Oh, you mean like after you eat too many onions?
Indeed, though slightly more destructive. I can wield my breath anytime you feel it will be a benefit to the current situation, so do not be afraid to ask. I can produce any of the 4 elements in my breath, one at a time. Fire and ice are self-explanatory, I would hope. Sky becomes a powerful blast of wind, and Nox becomes a cloud of noxious gas.
Oh, so it's more like sky and poison?
Earth.
But,
Earth and air-ish, but
yeah.
slightly different.
I think I can keep track of all that. Is that all you can breathe?
Well, let's hope that is all we need, my dear. Daylight is fleeting. We should make haste for Shivbury. Oh,
you have different sticks for different characters?
Sort of.
Or you change buttons to change characters?
So with bumpers, I can switch the characters. The weird part is...
Well, so Rick can knock things down with his daggers, and the Dracon can use breath?
Gather party members to this location and save your progress. Interesting.
Oh, so maybe you have the ability to switch characters.
What is this? Beware of bandits, X attack. Attack enemies from behind to surprise foes.
Oh, bandits.
Okay, power fragments. Collect these to gain power. Collect all fragments in a stage to uncover bonus fragments. A large mass of stone is on the path. I do not believe my powers would have any effect on it whatsoever. About world skills. Use the left trigger button to perform a character's world skill. The princess can push heavy objects. Rick can throw a stone at a distant target. Tox can breathe elemental breath on an object, and can press...
So the princess has to move that rock.
Yeah. Now, does it gather the full party?
Whoa.
It does, okay.
That's a lot of bandits.
Yeah, but that's fine. Alright,
Let's do the power lunge. I want to see what that does.
Okay, we did power lunge previously.
Oh,
really? Yeah. Spread shot's what I want to do. And Black Pulse will hit... I can't hit the back line?
Oh, wow. His ice affinity has remained from the previous battle.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, so we want to do A.
So if you switch from one to the other and don't run out for a specific character, you get momentum?
Yeah, it also looks like characters will not switch targets, but they will proceed to the next line. So if everybody is stacked up, if everybody is stacked up, that's how you...
Black Bolt. Have we tried that?
Black Bolt? Haven't done Black Bolt yet. Okay. Should be fine.
Is it a fun combat system?
Yeah, it's way more interesting than most other RPGs, which is just
where you
like...
just wait things to play out.
Like, I always go back to Pokemon having, like, the least interesting battle system ever. Because it's just attack, 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 and, like, you only have 4 moves, so there's tactics, but still, I'm gonna get shit for that, but
then
still.
there are other games where you have to smash a button several times in a row to power up attacks.
Yeah, and, like, that's not terrible. I don't mind it when there's, like, a special thing. I always liked Legend of the Dragoon, where you had, like, a box that would, like, zoom in, and if you timed it at the right time, you do, like, bonus damage. That was always satisfying.
I think that's how a lot of games do crits and stuff, if you time it properly.
Yeah, this feels kind of like, it actually reminds me in some way of the Mario Brothers RPGs. Where, like, if you press the dodge button at the right time, you dodge an attack, or if you press the button just as your attack connects, it does bonus damage. I always like that. Anyway, a character's gain a power level. Gain power levels from winning battles, completing quests, and picking up power fragments in the world. Spend power levels on the power flow board to get stronger. You can access each character's power flow board from the main menu.
Skyborn water and something oil? Huh.
Okay, so new tutorial, power flow and leveling up. You can increase your character's stats and learn new battle skills by placing items on the power flow grid. So we open the main menu, use the down, okay, press confirm. Power flow. Next, you can select the party member, go with the princess. On the power flow board, you can place an item for the cost of 1 power level. Each item you place will grant a character a single stat boost for that character. Press the confirm to continue. Okay.
So that's the source.
We
so
start
it's
off
branching.
at the source. Let's move to an empty square beside it. Press the right button. Okay. Place a glyph. Must connect the squares. All 4 squares around the source can be used, so we'll start here.
So that's defense.
So your inventory appears here. Items that you own can be placed on the square that will be shown here. This item is a freebie. You won't lose anything from your inventory. Note the J-shaped icon to the right of the item's name. That is its glyph. This item can connect to a square on its left, or above it. The glyph color is also blue. That means the stat boost it gives is +1 defense. Will be doubled if it's placed in a blue square, like the one we selected. This item seems like a good candidate. Press confirm to select it.
Oh, neat. So that's Skyborn water, which is frost element, a couple other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the item has been placed, this character's stats have improved, level is spent, and the item is consumed. Gain more power levels and find more items to strengthen your characters. Each character has their own separate power flow board. Connect to skill squares to unlock new attacks. You can also replace an item on the board with a new, better item, so long as the new item's glyph will fit with anything connecting the square. No levels required.
Nice.
Okay, press the cancel button to go back. Okay, and finally press the menu button to close the menu and return to game. Alright, so let's go back and do the other ones. Oh, it looks like, it actually... She has one available.
You can't do Rickon... The bottle of
I
oil,
can.
Is that good for
So the bottle of oil
attack,
is
probably.
red. Yeah. It's red and it's vertical. Okay, cool.
So can we do that for Rick then? Because he has 2 attack. Or that's the source for him.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We actually, well...
Wait, you can't use it? Can you change people's inventories? Does she have that oil and no one else does?
Let me check. I don't know. There's so much here. There's slash training, fury blade, throw training. What?
Because they have unspent levels.
Yeah, they all do. The bizarre part is... Okay, so now we have the Skyborn water and the other thing.
Yeah, what does Rick and Tox have?
But if we just go to Rick... Oh, no items available that can be used in that square. So we could do this, but it doesn't match the color. I see.
Why does it suddenly give you the option to use the red tonic in the green
because
spot?
it fits. So if you notice here, I can only use the Skyborn water. But if I go here, I can use the bottle oil. It's because, see how it says vertical there?
Oh,
yeah.
So it's like Labyrinth, the board game.
Yeah, so you have to get everything to connect. There's also an assist party. Those are probably bonus.
So we'd probably want to wait for better items to fill in those spots.
Yeah.
Speaking of, there's a treasure chest over there.
Uh-huh. We got bread loaf.
Bread.
Delicious, sweet, sweet bread loaf. Alright, can I drop down? Nope, I can't drop down. Is the tangle gonna hurt me? Look up. Unfortunately, I'm not tall enough to reach that high-hanging fruit.
Oh, you're gonna need, that fruit right there, you're gonna need him for.
Yeah.
Also, she can push that block aside, but what does it
We need that.
do?
We need that block because Rick can't jump very high.
Oh, okay. There's a piece of stone here. Looks heavy, but I may be able to push it.
Oh, left trigger to push. Gotcha.
Okay. Rick should be able to jump up now, right?
Should be.
Oh, you're gonna start a battle.
I was gonna start this fight.
I'm in.
But you got a surprise attack.
Okay. Let's see. So we want to do this one, spread shots, and black pulse. Okay, so we want to do.
Come on.
There we go.
I'm into it.
I don't know if we get too many bonuses along the way. Okay, so he's got more of like a nothing, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna probably just use my regular voice for Rick. Regular-ish. Maybe a little bit higher. Okay, so can we get through here? It's clogged with thorns in here. My knives won't make a dent in all this. Okay, new tutorial specialties. Items can be used to change the aspects of each character's fighting style. Tox's specialty can help him overcome obstacles in the world, so we'll try it now. Tox's specialty is Devour. He can eat items to change his breath weapon and elemental powers. Let's see how to do that now. Main menu.
Well, that's Tox.
Let's see. Choose training from the main menu. Left direction for Tox. Tox is now highlighted. Confirm. Okay. Cursor over Tox's training right now, as shown by the flashing white box. Press the right direction to move it over to special ability Devour. Tox can devour items, changes elemental affinities, and even changes breath weapon. Confirm. Okay, Tox has a different affinity towards each of the 4 elements seen here. They can range from -100 to 100. Lower values weaken his ability to use that element, but also reduce the damage he takes from enemy attacks of that element. Higher values increase the damage he deals and takes.
Oh, I would think that if you had a higher affinity with something, you would take less damage from it, but it's equal?
The reverse. Okay, all of his skills that do elemental damage are tied directly to his affinities. This includes skills like Black Pulse, which deals ice damage, be aware. Tox's breath element determines the element of skills such as Dragon Burst and Dragon Breath. It also changes his Dragon Puff world skill, meaning he can breathe different elements upon objects and entities in the world for different effects. Press confirm to continue.
So we probably want to use fire on those brambles, right?
Yep. So this item's a freebie, won't lose it. Okay, this item will change Tox's breath to flame, which is a fire element. The effect on his breath, as well as his affinities, is shown above. Okay, his affinities and breath will change immediately. The result can be seen here. Confirm.
Okay, so you got -9 ice, but +20 fire.
Yep. Tox's stomach capacity limits how many items he can devour. This bar will refill over time as battles are completed. Can also be filled by collecting large power fragments in the world. Okay, now Tox can use his fiery breath on obstacles in the world that can be burned up. You can inspect suspicious objects for clues by approaching them and using the confirm button. He can also use his fire breath to block ice magic and burn up certain projectiles like arrows or knives in the real world. Each element of the breath has various effects. Experiment and discover them all. Okay, let's look over your other party member specialties briefly. Okay, right bumper to switch to Princess. Princess can use items to move her Fury meter. More Fury on the right bar gives your characters bonus SP each turn of battle. However, too much Fury will negate any heal effects on their attacks. On the other hand, more Forgiveness, to the left of the bar, lets your party members regenerate HP each turn and also improves the effectiveness of heal effects attached to her attacks. It's up to you which direction you want to go. In addition, certain attacks will affect her Fury level in the midst of battle. Blade of Glory increases whenever any item is applied. It lengthens the duration of her special state after she uses her super attack in battle. Okay, press next character for Rick. Rick can use items to add elemental damage to his thrown attacks. Confirm to continue. Every item you apply will affect a different arrangement of slots as shown here. You can apply up to 4 items at once, as long as you don't go over the quiver's bulk limit. That limit is displayed on top.
So they're sort of like the rogue, the mage, and the warrior.
Yeah,
this point.
except for she's more of a paladin
She
considering
does
she can
with
heal.
the healing.
Okay, it's usually a good idea to cover as many slots as you can with elements that are effective against the sorts of foes you'll be facing at the time. Note that the items will decay after a certain number of battles and must be replaced. Experiment with different combinations of items to get the most out of Rick's attack abilities. Press confirm to continue. If you ever need a hint, you can press the menu button, bring up context sensitive on this sensitive help on this status screen. For now, press cancel button, go back to the menu, and close it. Okay, so we want to go back to him.
Haha. But you also want to...
Ah,
Oh, he was shooting ranged projectiles at you. You also want the kobold to get up there so that he can get the fruit.
yeah, we do. We just got to get him around. I just want to deal with these guys considering they're shooting arrows at me. Okay, and with that, I think this is actually a really good stopping point. I know we're in the middle of the battle, but this is post-commentary, and I'd like to keep these episodes up to 30 minutes. The episodes aren't post-commentary, this outro is. Anyway, I like to do these at the end of whenever I do a first episode. So, we really like this game. It's really cool. The music is great. The writing is, I mean, a bit simplistic, but it seems like they've got, like, really good lore and characterization and stuff like that, especially for, like, an indie RPG. I'm pretty impressed. Shell is too, but she's in the other room. But, you know, it seems like this game is actually worth picking up. I usually stay away from indie RPGs because they can be a bit hit and miss, but this one seems absolutely worth picking up. Backgrounds are gorgeous, the character sprites are nice, the animations are a little bit funky, but yeah, whatever, they're good. The combat is definitely where they shine. And the details are quite nice too. Obviously the combat is really impressive. I was not expecting it to be like this. I was thinking it was going to be more of just like standard Final Fantasy, you know, you hit them, they hit you back, but instead it's more of kind of like a clearing out waves of enemies kind of things with clever placement of ability. I don't know, it's cool. I mean, you guys have seen it, and it's backed up by a really deep character customization system, which I really dig. And there's even more. Like, we've played about an hour of this now, and it just gets deeper, which is awesome. And obviously the music's good. And the game's $15, which is pretty good for an RPG. Like, this is something I would have gone bananas for as a kid if they'd, like, managed to get it on a handheld device. Oh, that would have been so wonderful. Like, it reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics in a really good way. Even though it's just the general feel, not the gameplay. But I really recommend this. I think it's worth picking up, and I can't wait to play more. So I guess with that, if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave us a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe, because we're going to be doing a full playthrough of this one, because it seems really fun. And we can't wait to play more. Words. Anyway, so I guess with that, see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.